Hello viewers, I'm SB, and welcome back to Civilization 6 Rise and Fall. It's been a weird couple of days for me, but our internet connection's back, and I'm feeling a lot better, and I'm excited to sit down and play some more Civ. So, before we move on, I do want to call attention to a couple of things. Number one, we have to pay attention to people's victory conditions. We have to not completely turn our eyes inward. It's really easy in games where you're not participating in the religious systems at all to get surprised by a religious victory. So let's just keep an eye on what's happening. So in order to achieve a religious victory, a player's religion, the religion they founded, must become the religion of more than half of the cities in each player's empire. Right now, no one's particularly close. Poundmaker has converted most of our cities. Is it more than, it has to be more than 50%? It can't be exactly 50%, but yeah, he has actually 5 of our 6 cities right now. Saladin is doing an alright job with this. He's got Alexander. As long as Victoria and whoever continue to defend themselves and keep their religion alive, things will be okay, but I did play a game over the weekend while we were kind of snowed in this did happen, where a computer player suddenly won a religious victory because I wasn't paying attention, basically. So if somebody does start taking off on the religious thing, we may have to go crush them and remove them from the game militarily. That's really the only way for us to interact with the system. We could also station troops in places where their missionaries are going to go. We could declare war on them and then kill the missionaries as they come in. That's pretty desperate. It's better for us to just take the other player's stuff, obviously. Okay, so we're doing well. Let's push onward here. I'm very interested in digging into the alliance system. All right, Victoria built the Colosseum. You know what? We need to like figure out what the heck is going on in other people's empires. We just need more vision of the world. We finally got our scouts going out, but it's a little later than I'd like. So, what do we want to change up? We probably don't need this anymore. Charismatic leader. As far as green policies go, I think charismatic leader is fine. We don't need Praetorium. So what are we doing with this wildcard slot? We should probably slot another yellow policy. Establish governors with at least 3 promotions, which is none of our governors right now. Provide +1 amenity and +1 housing. Obviously, that's not great. I'd like to settle some more in the future, but I think all of our cities are busy right now, right? Oh, what happened? The city has reached 10 population for the first time in your civilization. Cool. Yep. Oh, okay. I see what happened. We got 2 historical moments at the same time, and it showed us the timeline once for each of them, but it just draws what the most recent thing was. Okay. So yeah, all of our cities are fairly busy and will be for a while. I guess that's not true. Hatton's not hugely busy. But does Hatton... What would it take to build a settler here? A lot. And Hatton has other stuff to do, yeah. So let's not slot the settler thing. Did it confirm my policies when I thought I hit the X. Not... Well, listen. Let me... Okay, well, that's weird. It just wouldn't let me drag that out of the slot. Okay, so this is nothing. +2 gold per turn from each trade route would be, I guess, fine. We do need to make builders. We actually have a lot of undeveloped land. Are we on housing? We haven't been paying enough attention to our cities. We're housing capped here and here. Housing's fine in Gyeongju. We're soft capped. Yeah, okay, so like we actually really badly need housing. That only puts extra housing in places where there are 2 districts, but we're about to have 2 districts here. We are not about to have 2 districts here. Yeah, okay, so that policy, although it has housing on it, which is something we need, doesn't actually help us. This is awkward. We are in an awkward place right now. Why don't we pick up... Does any of this red stuff make sense? This is the only thing that I think, given that we're out of a war right now, this is the only thing that I think would do anything, and we're not having amenity issues. We're extremely good on that. We could just pick up some great person points, although we don't have the option of getting great scientist points, which is the one we would really want. I guess let's slot the settler thing. Now let's slot the builder thing. We're not building any builders right this second, but none of that other stuff would be useful right this second either. So let's go get the spices, and we will... Oh, well, that's a single space of deep water, which of course we cannot navigate. Did we meet the last player? Oh.
É uma honra conhecê-lo pessoalmente. Parece que mentes brilhantes se atraem.
Okay, Brazil's interesting. So Brazil's public agenda, the one we know about, is that he likes it when you let him have all the great people. He does not like it when you take a great person that he was thinking about. It can be tricky to keep this guy happy if you're doing well, but it's very easy to be friends with him if you're a little behind, which usually makes him a pretty alright neighbor. He'll only fight you if you're in a position to fight back, basically. Where is he? Where do we find him? He's south of England. Alright, well, I think his effect on our game is going to be minimal, except that he's blocking our scouting. Alright, well, what was this? Oh, yes. Build mines near the campus. That makes sense. So we definitely need to start building some structures here. I do kind of want to build a harbor. I kind of want to buy this tile and build a harbor in it. Just so that we have another spot to put boats out. But we're doing a thing here. It's probably better we focus on the Siyun. So, by the way, I've been told by a couple of people who seem to be more knowledgeable than I am that I should not rely on Sean Bean's pronunciation because he does not know what he's doing. So apologies if I continue to pronounce things incorrectly. Flipping a bunch of lenses on. I'm trying to... Buying this tile, I think, might be good for our campus district because we can put it next to 2 mines that way. I think that's the spot where we're going to get the most value out of it. And we can afford to buy this. Right, is this going to impact my ability to buy that? I've already completely forgotten what the cost of the factory is. Or it's not a factory, it's a workshop. The base purchase cost of the workshop is in fact quite a bit below what we have right now. Although I know there are sometimes modifiers, and I don't know how to calculate whether it has to be on a hill, right? Well, that tile's not useful to us at all. Yeah, I'll just build it here then. That seems fine. Okay, so we still have a pretty old school government. We could really use a merchant republic. This is a big move up for us. So, plus production toward districts. That's pretty nice. Let's have a quick look at the rest of these policies around here. Housing in cities with districts, merchant points. I'm just thinking that a lot of stuff has changed since the expansion came out, and I'm not 100% confident that I know what all the policies do anymore. So actually, maybe we want to go back and grab Mysticism real quick. It does give us an envoy. It also gives us the card that lets us get great scientist points in that purple slot. Because are we going to pick up anything particularly relevant for that slot anytime soon, especially along the path toward exploration? This will actually be pretty good for us. How many turns are we talking about here? 19, 7... Jeez, a lot. And I don't have boosts for most of this stuff available. Alright, let's grab Mysticism. It's only 1 turn out of our way. And then we're going to beeline for new government type from there. Okay, we finally met all of the civilizations. Keep in mind, this golden age is nice, but we do have to try not to fall into a dark age later. This is not a great deal. I'll take it, though. I'm not going to try to negotiate with him. I have better things to do with my time, and open borders means we get to keep exploring. Okay, I'm happy to see... I'm happy to see a bunch of Protestant missionaries, actually. We push back the Zoroastrianism a little bit. Alright, it looks... I can't tell if this is just an effect of the edge of the map or what, but it looks like we might be able to go up here. What do we want to do with this swordsman now that he's all healed up? I kind of just want to keep him here. He's protecting Mohenjo-Daro. I guess if we find something interesting out here, maybe we can send him out and, like, you know, if we find a tribal village that somehow got missed. Alright, so what is our envoy situation? We can't push for suzerainship, suzerainty, I don't know what the correct word there is, for anybody with, or anybody except Carthage. That's not a terrible bonus. We don't have any need for faith, really. I think we'll just hold our envoys. I'm not blown away by any of these. And we might need our envoys to suddenly scoop a city-state out from under somebody later. Alright, for the most part, we are just waiting now on things getting completed. A royal envoy. Okay, yeah. They're sending us a delegation. Finally. Oh, right, we finished the alliance tech. I was totally going to get into that alliance system. Alright, so we're having some housing issues. We should note that okay, well I've removed the ability to look at the tooltip, but we should note that a lot of the things the tile improvements that you can build give a small amount of housing. So we need to be building improvements for the sake of our tile yields, and it's going to help with our housing as well. So we really need to get some builders out, because like there's no sense in building more or improving more tiles than you can work, right? But look at Jeonju, for example. Jeonju has a ton of population and not really that many improved tiles. We're working a lot of just like naked tiles here. So we gotta fix this. Oh, hey. You know, we can assign citizens to work in the campus. Our growth is pretty stymied anyway. What if we... Yeah, what if we pull people off of these weak tiles? Like, it increases our turns till growth by a lot, but actually it's the housing is how we're going to fix that anyway. And these guys can be working in the campus and just producing extra science. We should probably have a look at all of our high-ish population cities and see if there are citizens working bad tiles and move them to the campus instead. Nah, I'm not too upset about that one. That one's pretty good. No, we're mostly working pretty decent tiles. I bet Soul's... Yeah, Soul's working a bunch of just undeveloped garbage. Alright. How much does it cost to buy a builder? 310? That would cut into our factory funds. Our workshop funds, rather. We're still 4 turns out, but Soul can just build some builders. That'll be fine. Wow. Here come the Protestants in force, huh? Okay, so we've researched tech into a new era. We still have not gone after any alliances because I'm very easily distracted. My attention span is just not what it used to be. Okay, we probably need to keep running routes out of Hatton for the production, but what is the status of our roads? There's not currently a road to Yangsan. Also, if we ran the trade route to Jeonju, we might be able to build a road like this, which would be helpful. So, is Jeonju a pretty good... they're both one less production. Although that'll change, right? Because Jeonju's about to finish an industrial zone. So let's go ahead and run this route. We need to run these roads out. It is important not to forgo your road building. And it's a system that's not super surfaced, like it's a thing you don't spend a lot of time interacting with, so it is easy to forget about it. Well, I was about to say, hey, a tribal village, cool, let's go get that, but Here's a Kree scout. I think they probably are going to get it. I mean, let's move a guy toward the coast anyway. Maybe they'll let us have it. Maybe they don't see it? Because they wouldn't necessarily be able to see it from the tile they're in, and if they came in from the east instead of from the northeast, they might not have seen it past the forest. Alright, we're still holding envoys. Let's talk to some other players. We have a lot of friends. Who do we most want to be allied with? Who's not getting along with Alexander, I guess is the real question. He's remarkably friendly with people who are not us. What about Arabia? Okay, Arabia is friendly with everybody. So I think Arabia is actually our primary concern. Let's talk about alliance. No, I can't do that. What are the requirements for making an alliance with somebody? I guess I don't actually know. I kind of thought once you had the tech, you could just make a deal and ask them to be bros with you. Do both players have to have the... Oh, I bet both players have to have the tech. Okay, so we have the option with her. So, we can propose a research alliance and get science from trade routes with her. We're still running all of our trade routes internally because we need the industry, but it might be a good time to start thinking about not doing that anymore. A military alliance gives us combat strength against mutual war targets. And the rest of them are just trade route stuff. Your allies' cities do not exert religious pressure on yours and vice versa. That's interesting. It's not super meaningful to us, but... Okay, so the alliance system now has this alliance points mechanic. So you get 1 point per turn for being allies. You get additional points for having trade routes to and from your allies. Okay. Yeah, let's make a research alliance. And she's down. Do we want anything else from her? So what is the meaning of the just like the naked alliance term now? Don't all alliances have to be typed? Maybe if I clicked this into the box, it would just bring me back to that other menu. Anyway, research alliance. That's true. I am kind and attractive. That said, attentive. I mean, I am still, you know. I can be 2 things. I can be 3 things. Alright, and then let's also make an alliance with this guy just because I want to have alliances, and this will keep him friendly. He likes the multiple alliance thing. We don't really need a cultural alliance. Actually, you know what? We are having trouble generating culture, aren't we? Let's propose one of these. Maybe we can start diverting some traders. This at least gives us a lot of versatility with our trade routes. There's all kinds of stuff that we could get accomplished here. It sounds like we just got a boost. Oh, we discovered something. Okay, because we got vision from having the alliance. So this is a 3-tile natural wonder that provides 1 production or 2 production and 3 science during the atomic era. That seems not amazing, but it is cool looking. Can't argue with that. Okay, diplomatic service has been boosted by our alliance. Is diplomatic service in a useful place? Is that a thing I need to get? It's on the way to the Enlightenment, which we will want to pick up because that's where rationalism is. And rationalism is very different than it used to be. Plus 50% science from buildings in a campus that has plus 3 adjacency bonus or where the city population is 10 or higher. Okay. We can get 10 or higher in a couple of places, probably. Yeah, Guangzhou's growing quickly. It has access to a lot of food. We don't even have the other rice yet. Okay. A lot of interesting stuff. So we have new vision. So the Kree are on an island all by themselves. It's not a bad island either. This seems like pretty useful territory. Well, lucky them. That must be nice. We get access to all of his map knowledge, but not all of Victoria's? Wait a minute. Cultural alliances give you vision, but research alliances don't? That's interesting. Okay, so we managed to level up our alliances. New stuff starts happening. So each of your districts grants an additional great person point per turn if you have a trade route from that city to your ally. And if we level up our research alliance, every 30 turns you get a Eureka for a tech that your ally has researched or boosted, but you have not. Okay, that's pretty cool. So if you're behind, it really behooves you to be getting a science alliance and a research alliance, rather. Yeah, we're all buddies. Or it's very beneficial for you to research alliance with a player who has a very divergent tech path from you. That's interesting. I think every system that we've seen that is different than it used to be seems to be a significant improvement. +3 envoys when built. When you are suzerain of a city-state, this city receives a 15% boost to the yield provided by that city-state. Yeah, okay, I've read this before. So we still don't have a government plaza. I don't really know what they do. We should probably build that somewhere. The armory is a great building. Obviously, plus production is always useful, but we need builders, like, badly. That sucks. That's actually still kind of a lot of time. Oh, we have an open trade route slot, too. Well, the capital can build the trade routes. We need the builders over here, so it makes the most sense to build them over here. We'll probably be buying a builder in the near future. Okay, the Kree Scout did not go get that thing, but it looks like they're working on it. They're just going to have to work together a little bit. You know, we could just hang out and watch this unfold and not help him. I think that's probably a good idea. They may find themselves unable to get to the village because of all the barbarian encampments and stuff, all the barbarian activity, and then we can just clean them up with the quadrireme and the archer that we're sending over. So Kree has denounced Brazil. Poundmaker likes Victoria. Victoria likes... Oh, Victoria has a flirtatious agenda. Oh, that's true. You know what? We have vision. We have increased access with them so we can see they're friendly to members of the opposite sex. I've never seen that one before. That's interesting. Yeah, we can see all their agendas and stuff now. And actually, we can see a lot more of their empire information. Districts constructed, great people recruited, hidden agendas revealed, wonders started. Next level, we'll be able to see when they research stuff and when they train settlers. When they train settlers is a really useful benefit, actually, especially if it's with one of your neighbors. Okay, so we're female, right? So we're not getting the benefit of this, but we've done well enough by Sun Never Sets and just by being useful to her that she likes us anyway. And he tries to explore the map and likes civs that have explored less than he has. We knew that already. He hinted that to us. Okay. Hey, wait. What's this other ship doing? Yeah, I thought I had told the ship to come down here. Well, I'm going to send it this way now. We'll see if we can't clear a path for our poor archer. We may get this yet. I don't even know if this is worth all the effort we're putting into it. It's just one era score, right? And I mean, it's likely that the actual benefit from the thing will not be useful to us. So the Kree have explored all the way out here. We know this stuff now. There's no landmass over here? This is crazy. This is a huge expanse of ocean. Well, what do we want to do with this knight now? Now that we know that there's no reason for him to go exploring over here? I guess he could reveal, like, we might find little islands that have stuff on them. He doesn't really have anything else to be doing. I might put him on auto explore. This is something that bugs me. It does not draw your movement radius correctly a lot of the time when you have other units nearby. I have no idea why. It seems like it should be a fairly simple thing to calculate. Still have another charge coming from this builder. We probably should just get on the library. Alright, next turn we're finally going to have this completed. Oh, Korea circumnavigated the world. Did I? Hold on a second. Korea's building stuff, commercial hubs. Yeah, okay. This stuff's not super relevant. Your civilization has revealed a tile in every vertical line of the map. Is that... What about this one? Oh, yeah. That's kind of weird. We have technically done that. So the fact that we have knowledge of Kandy because they briefly declared war on us because they were allied with Alexander during the emergency means that we get this circumnavigation bonus because otherwise we wouldn't have one in this line. It's weird how disconnected the tiles can be. But okay, I'll take that. I'll take some era score. Boy, he has 4 scouts over here working on this. It's going to take me a year to get over there, but we are going to steal that from him. I feel very strongly about it now. All of a sudden. So this tile's not actually a hill. So we could buy this tile and I could go build a mine on it. I'm just thinking like we need industry. And if we're going to get industry, we may as well get industry that also gives us extra science. I need to keep building mines over here. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff to do. So, let's do the things we know that we are doing, though. This will be very helpful. And now that we have that... Honestly, we're probably making builders over here. We just have a lot of tiles to improve. I want to keep settling. And maybe we make a settler, actually. Let's do that. I want to keep settling, but we do need to find some more land. We have one more city spot. One more good, obvious city spot. I guess we could put up a lumber mill. We probably want to save gold for purchasing another builder over here, because between these two cities, we need a lot of improvement yet. You know what else we really need? Is the social policies that give builders extra builds. We don't have access to one of those yet, do we? No. So how are we doing on great people relative to everybody else? We are at 12.6 scientist points per turn. Wow. 3 players don't have any campuses at all, huh? Weird. Okay, we're working hard on great generals because nobody else bothered to build any encampments. And we're doing all right on merchants. We'll get Marco Polo. And Marco Polo is pretty good. Free trader unit increases trade route capacity. We have to be careful where we pop him. Foreign trade routes to this city provide +2 gold to both cities. So we probably want him popped in a place where we're going to be running trade routes to our allies. So... Seoul wouldn't be... Oh, it'll have to be a city that has a commercial hub, though. Seoul wouldn't be bad, but it can't be Seoul. In fact... this is kind of... Well, whatever. We'll worry about it when we actually get him, but that's going to be kind of awkward. I guess I'll just build the... I'll just build the lumber mill here, because we're not going to buy this tile. We're going to save our gold for another builder. Actually, I was saying, we'll get out here and explore with our knight, but I bet this is all deep water, actually. So we can't explore with our knight. So... maybe our knight just comes down here and, like, chills in Yangsan, because there's a huge amount of territory down here. And we've been pretty lucky with it so far, but barbarian camps could be appearing out here periodically, and we currently don't have any military units in the southern half of the empire, so we're not ready to deal with that. Okay, I think we're doing all right. As our trade routes come to an end, we're going to have an opportunity here to start interacting with our allies, but for now, our alliances are just going to sit passively. Okay, we've got a battle for the religious hearts of our citizens going on. Yeah, unsurprisingly, these scouts are not defeating the barbarian swordsmen very effectively at all. So we still need housing. Yeah, we need builders, just really badly. Everywhere. Okay, that was a barbarian sound. A barbarian camp just spawned somewhere in our vision. But our vision is considerable now. And I do not have any idea where in our vision that barbarian camp spawned. And unfortunately, we are not receiving a notification, so it's not in any of these spaces that we currently can't see up here. It's not down here, so I guess wherever it is, it's not my problem. Alright, we're going to chill out here. We're not going to fire on anything until our archer arrives. Okay. So we get some culture, and honestly, pushing culture right now might be a good idea. Okay, now the city-states want us to send a trade route. A trade route to London yields some interesting stuff. Trade route to Birmingham is 2 science and 1 culture. And we probably want to try to level up our science agreement more than we want to level up our research or culture agreement. Oh, except the cultural agreement does give us great scientist points if we level it up, right? As long as we're running trade routes to Poundmaker out of cities that have campuses. The yields are pretty nice, though, coming out of here. And if we run trade routes to Poundmaker, we increase our Zoroastrianism pressure. Because our trade, the idea is our trade units convert and then they bring back their beliefs with them. So let's run trade to London. Over Birmingham, +1 food, +1 industry versus a culture, basically. I do love industry. Production. +1 culture, though, is a significant increase in our total culture, given that our total culture is quite bad right now. And we really do need to get, like, our extra government types and stuff. Yeah, let's run trade to Birmingham. Okay. The next thing we need here in the capital is... we could build a government... builders. We need builders. We could build a government plaza. We probably should at some point. In no small part because I don't know what it does all the way. I know it produces loyalty, which is not an issue for us. Our loyalty is not in question. Oh, hey, do we have chocolate? Or do we have cocoa in the Empire yet? Because actually, maybe another city should be placed like here. Here. Get pearls, cocoa, and then we have some cattle and fish to improve as well. Alright, we can get you. Triggers the Eureka moment for 1 random tech from medieval or Renaissance era, and wounded units heal more. And this is not a hugely significant bonus, but it is a bonus that we will get over the course of the entire game. It might come into play if we get into more wars, and of course, if we pass on this guy, it's going to be forever before anybody else finishes him. Actually, Brazil's not doing that badly. But yeah, let's go ahead and take him. Not a mind-blowing great scientist, but he's still a great scientist. It's useful. Alright, we'll just chill here. Wait for our archer. He's getting close. Alright, you need to... oh, you can just pop you right here? That's weird.
Actions inspire others to dream more.
Most great scientists have to be in your science district to be used. Okay, so we're pushing our era score up. We are not very far off of at least securing a normal age for ourselves. He rushed us cartography, which is fine. Gain 3 governor promotions. All your cities on your non-home continent with a governor gain 15% production, 15% faith, and 15% gold. That seems pretty good. Must be built adjacent to a government plaza. This seems pretty good in a broad sense. It's actually not good for us. I believe all of our cities are on the same continent, right? There's no split. Oh, there is a split on our landmass, but it's north of all of our stuff. No, it's not. These are my cities. Okay, so we have 2 cities that are not on our home continent. Still not super relevant, I think, that wonder. Needs orders? Oh, you got to the... yep. Just chill there. You are the guardian of Yongsan. Okay, the Kree's boats are slowly revealing the world to me. Oh, that great merchant I wanted got scooped out from under us. So this great merchant is just a governor title. And that's not a bad thing. I'm not opposed to that. I'm bummed out. I wanted that other one. I should have been paying more attention. So what happened there, in case you're wondering, is that somebody used patronage to recruit that great person. You can always spend gold or faith to buy a great person. And the amount of gold or faith that you have to spend is based on which great person it is. The later ones are more expensive. And then is reduced by how close you are to earning them naturally. So like you can see over here, Sun Tzu would be recruitable for us right now at a very, very low price because we almost have him anyway. So somebody probably patronaged that other great merchant because he's good. A governor title's a good thing. I'll take it. I'll take a governor title. Also, the little bit of great era score is not bad either. A little bit of era score, rather. Okay, so we have our university. We should probably build a production district, or at least a district that's capable of making some production happen. So we could go harbor. We could build an industrial zone here. We could make an encampment here. Like put it over there, and then the city is ready just in case we get invaded. And the encampment buildings give production. What else could I do here that would be meaningful? We're probably not building the government plaza here. I don't want to burn a district slot. Population of this city is, well, it's already at 7. I was going to say it should be fairly limited, but I guess we're not that worried about it. We could build a theater square. You know, we have no theater squares, and that's a big part of why we have no culture, why our culture output is very poor, and we do need culture. You know what, let's do it. Let's make a theater square. Alright, either of these spaces will reduce the adjacency bonus of our campus, so we don't want to do that. We don't want to build it in a place where the yields are great, because it will consume those yields. And we have enough money to buy that builder that I've been intending to buy, and I just kind of have been spaced on, so let's do that. So that we remember that we don't have this huge amount of gold. I'm trying hard to click on the city without clicking on any of the things that are on the city banner that will take me to a different screen. Okay. So we don't really have a lot of money to use for buying tiles. That being the case, maybe we just build a harbor. Like, I want the university, but I also want the city to have enough production to build stuff, and then we can make the university once we have some production. Alright, let's upgrade. Probably him, right? Yeah, double great people points. Which city is he's in? The capital? So the capital is producing great merchant points and great scientist points. And it has enough population now for another district. We should probably build, like, maybe an industrial zone?
With the advance of feudalism came the growth of iron armor, until, at last, a fighting man...
Okay, here we go. Serfdom. Hold on. Man, we just finished a bunch of builders. That's something that I could have been paying more attention to. Right, because now, yeah, that builder got... Okay, a builder's going to finish in 2 turns, though. Probably still worth it. Let's drop the 2 great scientist points for a little while. Get serfdom. I should have waited to buy this builder until we had serfdom. Okay, so that's Sun Tzu. Great generals are not super useful to our plan, but Sun Tzu does have the ability to write the art of war. So we're going to bounce him back to the capital. Transfer. Sorry, can he not be transferred to cities that don't have encampments, or... No, he just can't be transferred to the capital. Because he's a civilian unit, and there's a civilian unit standing in the capital. Right, that makes sense. Let's mine here, right? Is there a reason that it's recommending this mine to me and not this one? No, not really. Okay. Yeah, build mine here. Alright. So the whole Great Work system is kind of not relevant to our game. Oh, that's right. We already have a Great Work. Well, I guess Sun Tzu's going to be hanging around for a little while. start having at these guys slowly. This might not work. It might take us too long to kill them. So we have 5 citizens in Hatton. It's about to be 6. We're actually already working this tile. So yes, it is worth improving. I don't want to improve tiles that can't be worked, is basically my concern. So, maybe we can build a theater square in the capital. I'm just thinking that, like, we need culture. But I also kind of want to build an industrial zone in the capital now. Even though you can't receive industry from more than one factory. Like, this industrial zone has kind of covered the capital a little bit. It'll mean more great engineer points. And great engineers, some of the best great people are great engineers, especially space race focused ones. We are currently leading on great engineers, but we could be leading by a lot. Yeah, we're only just barely. And the production bonus from the industrial zone itself, and also, the why can't I brain right now? The factory. Like, the production bonus from the factory won't stack, so Gyeongju won't get a bonus from building a factory. But it will provide the factory bonus to Yongsan, which is currently outside of... Yeah, I think this is what we're going to do. And we're going to build it here. So the way the industrial zone gets adjacency bonuses from mines and quarries. We know we're going to build a mine here. So it will have 2, 3, 4 mines adjacent to it, potentially, if we wanted to. And it'll also be adjacent to the capital, which means that if we built another district here, like, say, a theater square eventually or something, it would get another adjacency bonus. Yeah, I think this is a reasonable place to put it. It's benefiting from all the mines that our campus is benefiting from, but without reducing the adjacency bonus of our campus, which is great. Okay, Hatton. We could probably use another industrial zone up here, actually, and then that would, a lot of great engineer points then. But we also do still need science. This is 16 turns. It's not super, super long. Where could we put it that would be really good? I don't really want to overbuild the lumber mill. If we can put it in a spot that's not developed, that would be nice. Putting it here will reduce the adjacency bonus of the thing. And remember, it'll take 2 points off, because currently that's doubled. So the base yield would drop to 3 and then doubled to 6. Like, this isn't a bad location if we just wait a little while. Actually, we're going to be able to buy tiles pretty soon. We're actually making money at a pretty steady clip here. Yeah, all right. Build the library. We'll come back and we'll build the industrial zone afterward. Or maybe Seoul will build it. Which one of these cities has more? Oh.
And in the midst of this solitude rises a
it's a neat bonus. So yeah, the Kree are discovering stuff for us, which I appreciate. Big Zoroastrianist push, it looks like. They've taken Mecca. They stripped the other religion out of Pidda just now. I'm going to keep an eye on this, but it's not an emergency yet. And yeah, we still need more housing in lots of places. So Seoul has 11 industry. Hatton has 15. It would be more beneficial for us to have the industrial zone in Seoul, but we'll build it a lot more effectively in Hatton. And Seoul could just work on this armory. Population of Seoul is 7. We do want to get to 2 districts in each city as well, so that we can get that the bonus housing from that card. Yeah, all right. Let's work on it here. It's going to take longer, but it actually won't. It won't be as good here because we have fewer places to build a mine. but Seoul needs the industry from the zone itself and the workshop more than Hatton does. And actually, Hatton still wants a harbor. We only have so much, we only have so much population that we can use to build districts, right? Okay. Is food okay here? Yeah, food's not... We're mostly stymied by our housing. So yeah, let's build lumber mills and stuff. We definitely want to get a pasture up. And you just go to sleep, I guess. We'll build a theater square eventually. Somewhere. And I don't even know what to do. We've actually accumulated a significant amount of faith. I guess we'll use it for patronage. Like, we just need to keep paying attention to the great people. We can maybe snap one up a little earlier than other players are expecting. Okay, so not all improvements, but some improvements provide half a point of housing. It turns out the lumber mill does not. Camps do, fishing boats do, farms do, mines do not, plantations do. Okay. I mean, all of the ones that do and don't, it's pretty sensible. You know, maybe this is where we should build our government plaza. We're not going to need to use it for loyalty anywhere. Our empire is pretty pretty compact, and that's going to remain true. So yeah, why don't we just build the government plaza so that we have access to its benefits? Not adjacent to the campus, obviously, and I guess it doesn't really matter outside of that. How does this thing actually work? An increase of +1 to the adjacency bonuses being earned by any adjacent districts. And awards a governor title. So if we put it here, it would lower this. It would lower the campus's output, but also raise it back up to the same level. And then it would also give us extra money from our market, or from our commercial hub. That's not terrible, actually. I don't know. None of these other places are more relevant than that. Yeah. Use the bonus to offset the penalty. Okay, we are building a lot of districts. How much would it cost to buy a settler? Because I do kind of want to get another city established here. This is not a bad spot, and at some point the Kree are going to notice. We're doing it. We're going to get it. This was extremely worth the effort. Yeah, what's it cost to buy a settler? It's probably quite expensive, right? 800 gold? Yeah. Alright, so we'll build our settler somewhere, which means that we can use our money for other stuff. I can't quite afford to purchase this tile, though. Well, I mean, we certainly can just go and put plantations up. Are we at all housing capped here? No, not really. Well, there's still money. Bananas are not a luxury resource, and you don't really get a huge benefit from improving them. So I'm always a little reticent to do it. But I guess this guy is not... He doesn't have a lot of other really high importance things to do. I guess we should build this mine. And you can just go make a farm. You can just go make a mine over there. I do love industry. Production. I keep calling it industry because it's industry in the Endless games. Alright, we don't have fishing boats here either. Yeah, Seoul basically needs all of its tiles improved because it actually has a pretty small area. Ooh. Theological combat. One presumes that what is meant by theological combat is essentially debate, but they sure do appear to be shooting lightning at each other, huh? Please get out of that village. Yep. Yep, we sure do need housing. Well, actually, the construction of this settler will help, because it takes a point of population to make the settler. So, There'll be a little bit more housing available then. Somebody will have moved out. The Kree scouts are back.
The real use of gunpowder is to make all men tall.
We found a boost to gunpowder in that village. There's some pretty advanced tribes there. I may just be giving this this camp to that scout, but I don't care about it that much. Mostly, I was curious if we were going to get cool stuff out of that village, and we kind of did. Actually, I feel pretty good about it. Yeah, I guess start working on this, or is it better to start work on a theater square? Because we do still need industry. Everybody else is busy for a while. We could build the theater square in Jeonju. Jeonju has like a ton of extra population in terms of district building. Yeah, this is where we'll do it. Let's work on the university in Hatton. We are at 120 science, which is great. Great Admiral's earned. England just completed apprenticeship. Isn't that a lot behind us? We have apprenticeship and have had for a long time, right? Isn't apprenticeship? Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it's not that they're behind, it's that they're researching different stuff, probably. Oh, their scout does not seem interested in clearing this. Okay, one more era score for us, which is good because we're actually still not at our normal age amount. We're still in danger. Oh, hey, we finished. We can travel over deep water now too, which is cool. Okay, so we've now improved all of the tiles in Seoul that can be improved. We should go get this amber, actually. Do I want this tile to be here, or... I guess it doesn't really matter. Amber's a mining resource when it's on land, right? But it's going to be fishing boats here? I think. Oh, hey, we met Buenos Aires. When did we do that? When did that happen? And the Kree. Okay, we probably want to place some envoys with them. Because they give production. First of all, production in the capital, and then production in workshops. Your bonus resources behave like luxury resources, providing one amenity per type. That's a great bonus most of the time. It's actually not super relevant for us. But I am going to drop 3 envoys here. So 2 production in the capital and 2 production in Jeonju right now. And we'll have more workshops eventually. So I can declare a protectorate war on Alexander because Alexander has declared war on Mohenjo-Daro again. Well, we can complicate this somewhat by moving in ourselves and just making it so that he can't move around in Mohenjo-Daro's land easily without declaring war on me. It's annoying that we have to do this. I hate the fact that he is constantly at Mohenjo-Daro's door. I wish they would build walls. They don't actually have walls. They have a high city strength, but... Hooray, we did it. Our forces clear a barbarian camp and a threat to our growing civilization is vanquished. +2 era score. It's true. What a threat they were. Very, very dangerous people. Yeah, that's a pretty alright tile. I'm glad we settled over here. You don't have enough movement to do anything. Stop asking for orders. Do I declare a protectorate war? Because I really would love it if I could hold on to this. This is a good city-state and it's providing culture that we desperately need. Does it drag... Now that alliances are different, would me declaring a protectorate war on Alexander drag my allies into it? I guess we might find out. Kree have switched to theocracy. Yeah, see, I don't care for how much damage they're doing. I really wish that Mohenjo-Daro had walls. I wish you could direct the building of city-states that you are suzerain of. So we're going to settle down here. There's enough stuff around here to make this an okay city, and it'll get us another luxury. Should I settle near the coast instead to get the second niter? The territory over here is so bad. Tundra is very, very poor output. No, I think right here is where I want to do it. We get the housing bonus from the freshwater. We still have a lot of non-frozen tiles to get stuff from. Yeah, this is the right way. You have one more build left. And we're working basically everything, huh? Alright. Put up another lumber camp. So these are hypaspists. And a knight. What is a hypaspist exactly? Okay. Not super scary. It's a swordsman. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. This guy has a couple of good production, or a couple of good improvements. We're gonna upgrade this guy to a musket man, and then I am gonna, I think, declare a protectorate war. I believe that we are in position to defend ourselves. I'm not afraid of him. He's got a bunch of like swordsmen and knight level units, which is a concern certainly. He's currently at war with Saladin again. Yeah, man. Yeah, everybody's kind of turning on him. Used to declare war on a power that has attacked one of your allied city-states. No warmonger penalty for defending the city-state. As long as we don't take any of his cities, we'll get no warmonger penalty at all. Golden Age War. You must be in a Golden Age with 2 arms as a dedication. There are dedications we have not yet seen. War of Retribution. Target must have recently broken a promise. God, I love the fact that you can now actually see all of the Casus Belli that you have access to, and that they just tell you why you don't fulfill them, instead of them only appearing on the list if you do fulfill them. So yeah, let's do this. Let's upgrade our guy here. Oh. Oh, we made the first Niter unit. Cool. And then next turn we'll declare our Protectorate War. So let's get our units in position to make short work of his units. I think I'd probably keep the catapult right here. And this way, if he advances on Seoul, it can just bombard people. Units that are inside of a walled encampment are perfectly safe. They have to destroy the walls before they can hurt the catapult, so it's not dangerous for the catapult to be out here undefended. Oh, we can name some of our units too. The Mounted Sharps, the Delta Breathers. They are extremely into Delta Burke. They love designing women. You guys just kind of stay put. Everybody chill. You gotta get back. Don't you know there's a war on? Another barbarian camp over here. Maybe we turn that archer back around. So we do want to make another settler. I'll build the workshop afterward. And you are going to make us a theater square, because we desperately need theater squares. So it would be best to put it here, probably, for the purposes of building culture. I guess we might make a commercial district, and if we made a commercial hub, and if we made a commercial hub, it would be here. Probably, yeah, this is tough. It's tough to find a good spot to put down this district that that actually gets adjacency bonuses, but also doesn't obliterate a tile that we're using, because our industry in this city is particularly valuable. You know what? I'm just gonna put it here. We're not going to get an adjacency bonus out of it no matter what we do, I don't think. But I really do want this spot for a commercial hub. We could build a harbor instead. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we do want to buy this tile, but I think I probably have made it so that we can't afford to do that right now. I think he's just going to wait. Yeah, don't go anywhere. So England's trading with the Kree. I mean, we're all buddies here. The big Triangle Alliance. So I wonder how this is going to work out in terms of war declarations. Hold on, don't go anywhere yet. That archer is definitely not getting back in time to contribute to any war in any meaningful way. Let's have him come down here. These barbarians are coming from somewhere. We can clear that. Oh, he seems to be backing off. Maybe he'll give up on his own? I'm going to surround the city with my units. We're just going to form a defensive blockade. Maybe we don't actually have to declare war. Yeah, let's see what happens here. That's a lot of Zoroastrian apostles. Yeah, it looks like maybe we won't... Okay. So he's getting touchy because we have a lot of military units kind of near his border. We don't really, but he's sort of a jerk. He's just jumpy. So we could say my troops are merely passing by. This is interpreted as a promise not to declare war on him. And if we say this and then declare war on him within the next like 10 or 20 turns or something, it will be viewed as a broken promise. Obviously, we don't care what he thinks of us, but I believe other civilizations will take a reputation hit with them. Or we can just ignore this request, which means that there's no penalty if we do end up declaring on him. But he doesn't like this as much. He'll be mad. He'll be madder at us. You know what? Whatever. You want to step? Let's just do it. May I suggest that we construct a government building? I'm working on it. She's not a very good advisor. She's like, hey, that thing you're doing, you should finish doing it. A lot. She's like that a lot. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to not declare on him because he moved away enough for me to protect the city-state. Aha. Okay, well. I guess we're going to see if we can get this. Nobody else has a unit down here. Okay, so we completed our government plaza. Yes, the output of this tile is still 8. Good. So what do the buildings actually do? +1 amenity and +4 housing in cities with governors, but -2 loyalty in cities without governors. That is a huge bonus, but we only have 2 governors and we're about to have 8 cities, so maybe this is not a good way to go. +50% increased production towards settlers, new cities receive a free builder, and capturing an enemy city provides 20% bonus production in all cities for 5 turns, and then they all award a governor title, and they all unlock legacy policies based on our government. So right now, because we have a republic of some kind, classical republic, any of these would unlock the Republican legacy policy card. And what that is it's this bonus, so that when we change government types, we can maintain some parts of our old government by using a policy slot on them. I have to say, I don't love any of these, actually. This one's fine, but we're probably not... We're going to be done making settlers before we get this. We could go up to a 3rd batch of cities, maybe? And in that case, this would be useful. You know what? Let's grab Warlord's Throne. I don't know that we're going to war, but I also don't know that we'll ever build another settler. I don't think I actually want to eat the... Well, you know, our loyalty is so good that maybe we don't even care about this. Hold on, let's have a look at the loyalty lens. This is not showing the information that I wanted, which is the number. I was hoping it would give us a loyalty value on each of our cities. But my suspicion is that, given how tightly packed our empire is, we can actually afford to take that... we can afford to take that loss. It probably wouldn't change anything. And it does give us a lot of housing that we can move around. Yeah, okay. Audience chamber it is. And we unlocked a governor title. So, do we want to promote this guy again? We are going to want the space initiative eventually. We don't need it right now. Man, that's a big bonus. Do we want to help Victor out a little bit? I don't think so. I think we want a new one. So who's cool? Double yields from plot harvests and feature removals. That's not something I do very often, but maybe it should be. Plus 20% food growth in the city. Trade routes ending here provide plus 2 food to their starting city. Plus production toward industrial zone buildings. Boy, settlers trained in the city do not consume a population is a neat bonus that we are a little bit too late to really take advantage of. The city receives production from any number of nearby industrial zones, not just the first. That's interesting. The place where I would most like to use that is when we're building space race projects, but I think that it's going to be hard for this to be better than Space Initiative. So he'll probably be the governor for the space race anyway, so... what about Amani? We can assign her to a city-state where she acts as 2 envoys. That's not great for us. Other cities within 9 tiles and not owned by you gain loyalty toward your civilization. Your cities gain loyalty toward your civilization. Provides a copy of... Oh, while establishing a city-state provides a copy of its luxuries to you. That's kind of interesting. She can give a city a huge amount of amenities. Maybe that's meaningful. Well, she can help us hold on to city-states. None of it's great. This guy's a religious thing. Yeah, I'm not interested in that. What about you? Builders trained here get plus 1 charge. The fishery unique improvement can be built in the city on coastal plots. Yields plus 1 food and plus 1 more if adjacent to a sea resource. Honestly, city parks can be built, yields 2 appeal and 1 culture, plus 1 amenity if adjacent to water. None of these are really blowing my mind here. Okay, double adjacency bonuses from commercial hubs and harbors. Plus money, plus a lot of... Wow, plus 2 gold per turn for each citizen? She just has a thing that's like plus 20 gold per turn. Allows you to purchase districts with gold. This is not mind-blowing. I think she's the one, though. And we'll put her in Jeonju, maybe? Jeonju doesn't actually have a commercial hub yet, but it's going to. And it's the place where we'll make the most money. Yeah, we're not in danger even a little bit on loyalty anywhere. Our lowest city is plus 20 loyalty per turn. Yeah, alright. She's not amazing right now, but she will develop to be an awful lot of money for us. And then we can bounce her around and have her purchase districts. That's pretty cool. Okay. So are we good here? Is this settled? I think we're good here. You might declare war on us. I didn't pledge anything to the Macedonian Empire, actually. Arabia no longer has enough loyalty to keep Medina. Oh no, it's going to flip to Macedon. Uh-oh. We might have to go ahead and declare war on him. Because I'm concerned that he's going to start taking off with the game here. Well. Oh, hey, look at the time. We should probably stop the episode here. So that's interesting though. We might have to do something about Macedonia. What do we have available? We could declare a formal war because we've been in the denounced state with this guy literally forever. Not literally, figuratively forever. We could declare a protectorate war. We won't take any warmongering penalty for killing his units that are near the city-state, but we will take a heavy warmonger penalty for actually conquering his cities, I think. And I kind of want to actually be able to take and burn his stuff. So I'm going to think about this, but we might be entering a real war here, because this guy cannot be allowed to just blob up and take everything. Yeah, he's like completely surrounded. He's going to wipe out Arabia entirely. He's going to have the whole northern part of the continent. This might be our time to stop him. All right. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, Love to hear your thoughts in the comments below on what we should do next. Come back next time. It may be time for a war of extermination. And we'll see you then.